What's up YouTube? Capital G here, looking at a new card from Raging Tempest, and this is part of our promised BLS support, which is definitely cool. Konami promised us some BLS supports, and they kind of revealed Envoy of Chaos a couple of days ago. I didn't talk about it because it wasn't that the card was bad or anything. I was just like, I felt kind of like I was duped because they did say they kind of advertised this set as one that would support, BLS and Ritual Beast, and Ritual Beast have only gotten one card, so it's like, yeah, she's good, but just one card, like really? And I kind of thought they were going to do the same thing with BLS, but at least we're getting two cards. I'll talk about Envoy of Chaos shortly in this video, but let's go over and talk about Super Soldier Origin. This is the artwork. It apparently shows BLS, I guess, being born. He's like in the fetal position. Like, what gave birth to him? Like the galaxy? Like, who were his parents? The stars? I have no idea how he became to be, but as you can see, it's, I guess, like the galaxy just gave birth to him. He must have been born like a star or something like that. So it's a new ritual spell, and it's really good. It really makes your BLS, in my opinion, feel like a super soldier, not just feel like another ritual. I'll explain a little bit in a second. And by the way, I'm just going to point out, I am no expert on BLS, so this is definitely some stuff I'm going to have to learn how to play. All right, so you can only activate one Super Soldier Origin per turn, and this card can be used, of course, to ritual summon any Blackluster Soldier ritual monster. Now, the thing about that is they keep putting that text in. I don't know if it's because Konami wants to give us the option to summon the old one, like if they're trying to say, hey guys, you can still run the old one, the vanilla one, the one that no one wants to use. And I hope this means that there's possibly a chance that they're going to give us another level 8 BLS monster. That would be super cool. It can still have BLS in the name, and we'd be able to ritual summon it, and you'd never have to think about running the super old one ever again, because whatever comes out after that would just instantly be better because the original one is vanilla. All right, now the effect of this card is it's like a little bit Shadow Fusion, a little bit Necros Mirror. It says send to your graveyard 2 monsters whose total level equals 8. That means you cannot use just one copy of Sacred Soldier because it has to be 2 monsters. One from the deck and one from the hand, either of them light and the other one dark. So you got to be running like a chaosy version, which BLS is already inherently chaosy to begin with. And ritual summon 1 Blackluster Soldier ritual monster from your hand or graveyard after that. Okay, so instantly you gotta like the fact that it summons from the graveyard, because the original Super Soldier ritual spell only special summoned from the hand. It does special, like, it, you can use its effect to essentially from the graveyard to ritual summon, which is kind of cool, but it doesn't ritual summon from monsters from the graveyard itself. So once your BLSs die, they kind of are like trapped in the graveyard or whatever, but this one actually makes it so that you can kind of revive them, which is cool. And I like this because ideally, I know that there are some options going like 1 and 8 using like a Gaia and a Karibo, but I think the best way to use this is 4 and 4, because if you use Night of the Beginning and Night of the Twilight, like, they give you really good effects. And the problem with originally, I guess the problem with Super Soldier was you kind of had to have the monsters at your disposal, but with the new card Origin, one of them can be in your deck and the other one can like be in your hand, and you're pretty much good. And these actually empower your BLS. If you summon a Blackluster Soldier ritual monster using these guys, they actually empower them. They both give your BLS the kind of effect of banishing a monster that you target on the field, which is what the Envoy guy already has. But then, like, just think about this, right? So let's say that you use Origin and you use Twilight and you use Beginning. That's 8 stars, one of them's light, one of them's dark, and you summon your Super Soldier. Like, that motherfucker is going to feel like a legitimate Super Soldier. He's going to be a behemoth because he's going to hit the field. He's going to get both of these guys banishing effects, which you only be able to use it once per turn. That's irrelevant. So you'll be able to banish a monster instantly. Then you'll be able to use Twilight's effect. You'll be able to take a card out of your opponent's hand temporarily. So that's one more option that they might not have. Something like, I don't know, an Honest or any other random shit like a Maxi that they might not be able to use that turn. So that's another thing that you can take away from them. And then with Beginning's effect, if you run over a monster, your BLS can attack twice. So, like, not only is he going to be attacking twice, but he's going to be doing massive damage for any monsters that he runs over via his own effect. So, like, I see this as a way of actually making your BLS feel like what Konami wanted it to feel like. And to add on top of that, if you have Envoy of Chaos, you might be able to pull off an OTK. Like, let's just say that your hand was okay, you had BLS, you had Envoy of Chaos, you have either one of these, and you have Origins. You're going to be summoning running a BLS who's going to banish a monster instantly, take a card out of your opponent's hand, be able to attack twice if your opponent has monsters, is 4,500 attack, and then when it kills one of your opponent's monsters, does damage equal to that monster's original attack. Is it original or current? You know, I don't think it's going to matter. I mean, you're probably going to OTK your opponent at that point. And then because Envoy of Chaos is a card that can be added back to the hand, because essentially what this card is, it's like a baby honest. It gives either a BLS monster or a Gaia monster, Gaia the Fierce Knight or whatever type monster, these new Gaia monsters. It gives them 1,500 attack, and then you can, during the end phase, you can banish a light and dark to add this card back to your hand. Obviously, these are the two that you want to banish because their effects would actually activate and they would end up letting you search. So, you know, if you ideally don't kill your opponent that turn, your Envoy of Chaos is going to go right back to your hand. So it's going to be near impossible to run this motherfucker over. I do kind of wish that Super Soldier wasn't, like, I wish that his destruction effect wasn't tied to the Gaia cards, because I don't know. I don't think the Gaia card, like, I like these guys. Like, I think all the level 4s are super good. I just don't think the Gaia cards are like, I don't think they're all that good, because then you have to kind of run like level 1s, and it's just like, you know, it's like weird. They kind of want you to run like the Karibo cards, but I'm not like a fan of those. I'm a fan of these, like the, I'm a fan of like the 4s and whatnot. So let me know what you guys think. I think this ritual card is like 100% what they needed. What BLS needed was a way to instantly be able to use Twilight and Beginning at one time, so that when your BLS hits the field, it is super strong. Like, that is the strongest that fucking thing is going to get, where it can just really cause some havoc. Also, I don't think that I don't think giving BLS traps made a lot of sense, to be honest. I don't think ritual decks ever really work with traps. If you look at Necroz, Konami didn't give them a single trap, and it was like, they don't need, like, ritual decks just don't need traps. So, you know, don't bother giving ritual decks traps. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. I think that this gives them a little more potential, but I still think they need to give them a way to just replace this card. Like, take this card out of your mind. Maybe another BLS, like, I don't know, Super Soldier X that's, you know, as good as this card. Maybe it doesn't have to be better, just as good as. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching as always, and subscribe if you have not already.